Hello everyone, we are going to discuss about the previous year questions of Corporate Accounting 2 from University of Madras in April 2016 part C. This question is from a liquidation of companies. Let me read the question. On 31st 3 2013, the date of a liquidation of a company, its balance sheet was under in liability side, 6,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, rupees 8 paid off. The amount is rupees 48,000. 7% preference shares, the amount is rupees 3 lakhs. 3,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, rupees 7 paid off. The amount is rupees 21,000. 6% debentures of rupees 100 each, the amount is rupees 12 lakhs. Outstanding interest on debentures rupees 72,000. Creditors 8,000. Bills payable 2,000. The total liabilities are 16 lakhs 51,000. And the asset side, under the assets, land and buildings 4 lakhs, plant and machinery 1 lakh 60,000, stock 4 lakhs, debtors 6 lakh 40,000, cash at bank 51,000. The total assets are 16 lakh 51,000. And in the adjustments, the assets were realized as under land and buildings rupees 3 lakhs 50,000, plant and machinery rupees 2 lakhs, debtors rupees 6 lakhs, stock rupees 4 lakhs 61,000, liquidation expenses rupees 2,000, remuneration of liquidators 0.5% on the assets realized including cash, and 1% on the amount paid to unsecured creditors. Creditors shown in the balance sheet included rupees 2,000 preferential. Interest on debentures is to be paid up to 31st 5 2013. Dividend on preference shares is in arrears for 1.5 years. Legal charges rupees 1,000. Prepare liquidators final statement of accounts. So based on the information, we have to prepare the liquidators final statement of accounts. And look at the note, 0.5% on assets realized and 1% on preferential creditors and on amount available to unsecured creditor. First, we are going to calculate the liquidators remuneration on total assets realized and on preferential creditors. Under assets realized, we have to mention land and buildings 3 lakhs 50,000, plant and machinery 2 lakhs, debtors 6 lakhs, stock 4 lakhs 61,000, cash at bank rupees 51,000. The total assets realized is 16 lakhs 62,000. Multiply with 0.5 divided by 100, we get 8,310. And then preferential creditors rupees 2,000 multiply with 1 divided by 100, we get 20. And unsecured creditors, the total creditors amount is rupees 8,000 as included 2,000 preferential creditors. That preferential creditors amount must be less with the total creditors amount of 8,000. So 8,000 minus 2,000, we get the balance creditors amounts are 6,000. Plus bills payable. Bills payable is also one of the unsecured creditors category. So that is why that amount also will be added with the balance creditors value. So that is why 6,000 plus 2,000, we get 8,000 as unsecured creditors. And we have to calculate the remuneration on it. So rupees 8,000 multiply with 1 divided by 100, we get 80. And that amount is liquidators remuneration on unsecured creditors. It will be mentioned in the rupees column. The total amounts are 8,310, 20 plus 80, we get 8,410. This amount is a liquidators remuneration on assets realized and on preferential creditors. Next, we are going to calculate the working note for calculation of amount receivable from equity shareholders or payable to equity shareholders. First, we have to mention the receipts. Under the receipts, we have to mention assets realized, which we have already calculated. The total amount is 16,62,000. Then we have to mention as less. And also we have to mention the payments. Under the payments, liquidators remuneration on assets realized 8,310, liquidators remuneration on preferential creditors 20, liquidators remuneration on unsecured creditors 8,000 multiply with 1 divided by 100 we get 80. These are the things we have already calculated. And liquidation expenses 2,000, legal charges 1,000, preferential creditors 2,000, 6% debentures of rupees 100 each 12 lakhs, outstanding interest on debentures 72,000, and interest on debentures from 31st 3 2013 to 31st 5 2013. It means we have to calculate the further interest on debentures from the actual debentures value. The actual debentures value is 12 lakhs. The percentage of interest is 6%. 12 lakhs multiply with 6 divided by 100 we get 72,000 for 1 year as interest on debenture, but we need to take 2 months interest only. So that is why 72,000 multiply with 2 divided by 12 we get 12,000. It means the actual balance sheet was on 31st 3 2013, but the interest is up to 31st by 2013. So extra 2 months we will be added. So that is why the 12,000 is the extra amount on interest on debentures. And unsecured creditor, as I said earlier, the balance unsecured creditors, balance creditors 6,000 plus bills payable 2,000. The total unsecured creditors are 8,000. And 7% preference shareholders, the amount is rupees 3 lakhs. And arrears of preference dividend, 7% means 7% dividend for preference shareholders for a year. So the amount of preference shares is 3 lakhs. Multiply with 7 divided by 100 we get 21,000 as a dividend for preference shareholders for 1 year, but the arrears of dividends are 1.5 years. That is why 21,000 multiply with 1.5 we get 31,500 as a preference dividend. Then we have to add all the payments amount. We get the total payments amount is 16 lakhs 36,910. Then we have to find out the amount payable to equity shareholders or amount receivable to equity shareholders. First we have to mention total equity share capital, rupees 48,000 plus 21,000. These amounts are from the balance sheet in the liability side from equity share capital. So the total equity share capital paid off is 69,000 less balance amount available for equity shareholders after payment to expenses, liquidators remuneration, debenture holders, creditors and preference shareholders. After adjusting these informations, we get the balance of 25,090. It means the total assets realized we have already found that amount is 16,62,000, and the total payments that amount also we have already found, that is 16,36,910. So the total assets realized minus the total payments we get 25,090. So 16,62,000 minus 16,36,910. So that is called the balance amount available for equity shareholders. So that amount will be less with the above amount of total equity share capital. So 69,000 minus 25,090 we get 43,910. That is called the loss to be borne by the total equity shareholders. So there are two categories of the equity shareholders, 6,000 categories and 3,000 categories. So the total equity shareholders are 9,000. That loss must be borne by the all the equity shareholders. Then loss per equity share. Then we are going to find out the loss per equity share or loss for one equity share. There is a formula that is called total loss divided by number of equity shares. The total loss is 43,910 divided by the total numbers of shares are 9,000. So we get 4.87888889, that is called loss for one share. Then we are going to find out the amount payable to the 6,000 categories equity shareholders. There is a equation, paid up value per share minus loss per share. The 6,000 categories equity shareholders have paid rupees 80, not 80, rupees 8, minus the loss per share is rupees 4.87888889. So the different amount is 3.1211 per share. That amount will be payable to the 6,000 categories equity shareholder. It means the actual paid up share is higher than the loss. That is why we need to pay that balance amount to the equity shareholders. Suppose on the other hand, if the paid up value of equity share is lower than the loss, in that case we need to receive some amount from the equity shareholder. But in this case the paid up share capital is higher than the loss. That is why the balance amount we have to pay that amount to the equity shareholders. So that is why 6,000 multiply with 3.1211, the amount is 18,727, and amount payable to 3,000 categories of equity shareholders. The same procedure we have to follow, paid up value per share minus loss per share. The 3,000 categories of equity shareholders have paid rupees 7. The loss per share is 4.87888889. So the balance amount is 2.1211 per share. So in this case also the paid up value per share is higher than the loss. That is why we need to pay that balance amount to the 3,000 equity shareholders category. Then 3,000 multiply with 2.1211, we get the total amount payable to the 3,000 category of equity shareholder is 6,363. Then we have to find out the calculation of liquidator's final statement. That statement must be ledger format. In the debit side we have to mention the receipts. Under the receipts, to assets realized 16,62,000, and no more information in the debit side. So we have to go to the payment side, it means the credit side. So under the payments we have to mention by liquidators remuneration 0.5% on assets realized 8,310, and 1% on preferential creditors rupees 20, and 1% on unsecured creditors rupees 80. The total liquidators remunerations are 8,410. Then by liquidation expenses 2,000, by legal charges 1,000, by preferential creditors 2,000, by 6% debentures 12 lakhs, outstanding interest on debentures 72,000. These are the things are from the questions as well from the calculation. And interest on debentures from 31st/3/2013 to 31st/5/2013 is 12,000. That is also we have already calculated. By unsecured creditors 8,000. So as I said earlier, the balance creditors amount is 6,000 plus bills payable 2,000. The total unsecured creditors are 8,000. And by arrears of preference dividend, the preference shareholders amount is lakhs, the percentage of dividend is 7. So 3 lakhs multiply with 7 divided by 100, we get 21,000 as a preference dividend for 1 year, but the arrears of dividend is 1.5 years. So 21,000 multiply with 1.5, we get 31,500. And by 7% preference shares, 3 lakhs. And we have to mention the by equity shareholders amount payable on 6,000 categories of equity shareholders. These things also we have already found. 6,000 multiply with 3.1211, we get 18,727, and amount payable on 3,000 categories equity shareholders. So 3,000 multiply with 2.1211, we get 6,363, and no more different amount in this account. That is why the account has been closed. So no difference value in this ledger, so the account has been closed. That's all.